Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Divine Truth Tarot, where we discuss the energies of twin flames or the divine masculine, divine feminine archetypes. So if you do identify with those archetypes, you're definitely going to identify with all of my readings. So I like to start off every reading with the How to Love Yourself cards by Louise Hay. So as I'm shuffling, I'm so excited to announce that we've reached over 500 subscribers, guys. We did that overnight. So thank you so much for all of your support, and to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. This is a very trying time right now in the history of humanity. And as a light worker, as a star seed, and a way shower, I am here to help us guide each other through it. So I'm guiding myself through it as I'm guiding you through it. And please know that this is unprecedented times for change, for massive growth, for personal evolution, and incredible things are coming from this experience. Do not doubt that. Do not go into fear. So during this personal isolation that we're all going into, this quarantine, where everyone's hoarding 5,000 rolls of toilet paper, hopefully not you, light workers, but what we're doing, especially the divine masculines who are starting to ascend and awaken at rapid speeds, is the twin flames are holding it down in different ways. The masculine in the 3D or physical realm, and the feminine in the spiritual or 5D realm. We're also meeting a lot in the dream state in the 4D. So if you're having dreams about your counterpart, that might be a little bit passionate or fiery or sexual in nature, but they also might be very loving in nature. And for a lot of twin flames right now, you're having dreams about past lives with your counterpart or past lives in general, directing you to where any additional healing needs to be done, any additional letting go of attachments and outcomes, and also directing you to your true power, your true inherent power that you stepped into this incarnation or lifetime with. So without further ado, I want to make an announcement that, as promised, once I reached 500 subscribers, I said I would be giving away a free reading. So I am giving away a free 30-minute reading to a lucky subscriber. Now, this is what I ask you to do. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. This is on the honor system because I don't really have any way to go. I'm not going to go and check and see, have you subscribed? So just please, as an honor system, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like all updates for when I go live, subscribe to, you have to touch the bell or the bell icon to reach all notifications, yada, yada. Please share on your social media or share with at least 5 people. Sharing is really what helps a channel grow. So share, share, share. And also please like at least 5 of my videos. That's all I'm asking. Oh, in comments, if you could leave at least 5 comments. All of these things really help the channel to grow, and it helps YouTube recognize that this is a channel worth showing. So please, and thank you so much. And then I will be, in the next week, I will be selecting a lucky winner. So what I'm going to do is I will be announcing it. Today is Thursday. I will be announcing the winner next Thursday. I'm not sure the time yet, but tune in for next Thursday's video, and I will be selecting just one lucky winner. But guys, I have to be able to see your names in the comment section. So you have to be commenting, especially on this video and at least 4 other videos. Thank you so much. So let's get started and let's see what's going on with the energies. As you guys may notice, my energies are oscillating from day to day. So somebody mentioned quite lovingly, actually, that in my last video, I was so serious. You know, I was like, oh, I was so serious. You could see it in my face, because that's just the energy that I was in. It wasn't an angry energy or sad energy. It was just a serious energy. Today, I'm feeling much more playful, much more alert, and I'm feeling very hopeful. I'm feeling excited for the future, and I'm really stepping into my personal power, as I hope you are too. And it just feels powerful. It feels, I feel intense and immense gratitude for being here, for being able to be a part of this time in humanity. I'm getting chills as I say that. It's just so powerful, and I'm so blessed to be a part of it. So let's find out how we can love ourselves best today, and then we'll get started with the reading. Thank you so much for being here. I know I've said that, but thank you guys so much for your support. I'm just so excited that we've already reached 500 subscribers. And if you don't win this time, I'll be giving away another free reading when we reach 1,000. So let's get there as quickly as possible. So our message for today is, I am aware that I am pure consciousness. I am one with all life. I rejoice in my unlimitedness. boundlessness is what I'm hearing. Boundless, a boundless soul. How beautiful and how perfect for what we're feeling today. So we're actually going to start with a Sacred Rebels deck today, y'all. And if you guys are new to the channel, please understand I am an intuitive reader. I may or may not consult the books. Sometimes I feel like I need to, and other times I'm just gonna go based on what the energies, what my guides are telling me to, what my intuition is sending me to tell you. So most of the time I'm an intuitive reader, I'm an empath. And yeah, so just understand that different readers will resonate with different people. If I am your reader, fantastic, that's phenomenal, that's magical. And if I'm not, that's okay too. There's a lot of amazing readers on YouTube that you can choose from. So let's get started. So we've got the Sacred Rebels. This is really different. This is a really different deck with really unique energies. And the cards are super duper slippery. Let me know how you guys are holding up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. First card we have out is the Divine Mirror. Well, it's actually Conscious Connections, but to me, the image is the Divine Mirror. That's your divine counterpart. So what's going on right now with the collective consciousness? What's going on right now with the collective of twin flames, divine feminine, divine masculine counterparts? Now, as you guys know, these are energies. So the first card we have out is Conscious Connections. As you see, this is a divine mirror. So they may not look perfectly alike, but these two individuals, I see this as two separate individuals, definitely resemble one another just like the twin flames do. I know my twin and I definitely look alike. We have the same eye color, same eyes, heavy set eyes, same cheek structure. Even our genealogy is much the same, so it's really beautiful, but it's different as well. So that's the beauty of the twins, similar but different, right? So your energy and your differences are what make this such a blessed connection. So that's the first thing I see is these connections are really starting to ripen, and they're really starting to gain strength and momentum is what I'm hearing. And I just saw 717, so for those of you on my clock there, so for those of you not familiar with 717, that typically indicates not only sexual connection, which a lot of us are feeling the sexual connection, the heat right now, right? But also it indicates physical union. So it's a beautiful sign to receive. Yeah, there's a new earth, new birth, the birth of the new earth. Okay, guarding it vigilantly. So yes, light workers, we are guarding this new beginning, this new earth very vigilantly, excuse me, and we are taking our roles very seriously. We know what we're here to do. A lot of us are really waking up to our divine mission. So what that means is a lot of careers have basically fallen to the wayside. Careers are falling apart. And if your divine masculine is a workaholic, like many of the divine masculines are workaholics, it's one way in which they've distracted themselves from their own growth, from also any healing of inner child wounds or trauma that happened in their childhood. And it's also a way that they've distracted themselves not only from themselves and from their own emotions, that deeper emotion, because a lot of the masculines are very sensitive at heart. They've disconnected from their feminine energy, putting them in this distorted masculine energy. But also what it's done is it's allowed them to continue to be in these karmic situations and karmic connections because they didn't have to be fulfilled, because they were fulfilling themselves through work. But what they're starting to realize right now, with everything that's happening right now, with everyone having to go internal and everyone having to take time to really be with themselves right now, these masculines that are stuck with their families and stuck with the karmic partners are realizing how much they've sold themselves short. They're missing the divine feminine. This is not strengthening the connection to the karmic partner as a lot of us may have initially feared. What it's doing is actually the opposite. It's showing them all the things that they're missing in this connection. It's showing them all the ways in which their feminine loves them and gives them warmth and understands them and makes them feel like they matter and sees them and hears them for who they truly are, because they know that only in their divine feminine's presence can they truly be themselves. You know, stripping away all that doesn't matter, stripping away the money, stripping away the physical assets, stripping away the job title and the salary and accomplishments and all of those things. That's all distorted masculine energy that says I only matter or I'm only important if I have X amount in the bank, or I have a big house or a nice car, or I belong to this club, or this, these people accept me. All of those things are distorted masculine energy. And as we birth this new earth, these conscious connections are going to rise up, and you're going to see twin flames coming into union, harmonious, physical, permanent union, more and more greater and greater numbers from now until about 2024. But what I'm actually seeing intuitively when I tap into the collective consciousness is I'm seeing these counterparts actually starting to find each other and come back into union, harmonious, permanent union, not this kind of hot and cold, in and out energy that a lot of us have been experiencing the past year or so. But I'm talking about a very physical, tangible reality of being with your counterpart in the day-to-day world, daily life. And I'm seeing that happen between now and 2022 or 2023, so a lot sooner than expected. Please understand that timelines are shifting rapidly. Timelines are shifting so rapidly right now. So the amount of time it took you to wake up is not going to equate the amount of time that your counterpart takes to wake up, because the earth is shifting rapidly and the masculines are having to awaken a lot quicker than the feminines did. And we had eons, we had years and years to wake up. The masculines are doing this in months, some of them weeks, but months. So let's find out what's going on right now. Let's get a card for the energy of the Divine Masculine Collective. What do you feel? So yeah, the masculines right now are having this internal time, this time of peace and quiet, and they're going within, they're reflecting on, what do I really feel? What is in my heart? So this is like apples to oranges. This is so beautiful, because this to me indicates that they're looking up at the stars at night. Okay, I know there aren't stars in this particular photo, but I see the earth here and I see the stars. They're finding out, what is my place? What is my place in this world that's changing so rapidly? They're trying to ground themselves, because everything that they knew is falling apart. And the only thing that really makes sense to them is their connection to their divine counterpart, which they're kind of currently in denial of because it's easier. But in their heart of hearts, when everything is really quiet, at the end of the day, when they're distancing themselves from their karmic partner, when they have alone time, when they're trying to fall asleep, this is who they're thinking of, is their beloved divine feminine, their divine counterpart, the only one that truly understands them and that truly deeply loves them and accepts them for who they are. So apples to oranges, what they're realizing here is there is no comparison. There is no comparison, because the divine feminine stands alone. She stands apart from the crowd. And he knows this. He knows that she's special and powerful. And he knows that no amount of karmic partners, or no amount of distractions, no amount of money in the bank, no amount of properties, no amount of assets, no amount of social accolades or recognition, no amount of, good for you, good buddy, none of those things really matter in the grand scheme of things if he doesn't have his counterpart. He's missing you, divine feminine. I don't care what it looks like on the outside. He's missing you desperately, deeply right now. And he's sitting here. What do I feel? What do I truly feel? He's starting to tap into the more, and I've been saying this for the past couple of readings, but the divine masculine is starting to tap into his feminine energy. And the divine feminine, of course, is starting to really tap into her mission. She's really going into her mission right now. We have no choice. The planet needs us. So feminines are quitting jobs, feminines are moving, feminines are starting courses, feminines are moving into light work or spiritual work or healing work. We're doing these things because we're being called to. It's not even a choice. It's our soul's mission. It's our life's mission, our life's purpose. If you guys are ever interested in a personal reading, or if you're interested in finding out or discovering or stepping onto the path of your life purpose, I do true purpose coaching sessions as well as readings. So if you're interested, let me know and reach out in the email below. So let's find out what's going on with the divine feminine, please. Divine feminine energies, divine feminine collective energies. The perfection of your life. Divine feminine, what did I just say? She is in her masculine energy, not distorted masculine. She is in that divine masculine energy. So the perfection of your life. Yeah, she's taking time in nature. She's taking time to slow down is what I'm seeing here. She's taking time to appreciate the perfection that is in her life, the perfection that exists on her own, in her solidarity, in her sovereignty. Divine Feminine, you are truly in your power. You're realizing that as much as you want your counterpart by your side, and as beautiful as it would be right now to have you guys together, what you're realizing truly and deeply is that you're okay on your own. You love your counterpart, and you know that you will be together. You know that that's coming. Union is coming, and you feel it in your bones and your soul, and you're no longer doubting it or in fear as much, because you're stepping into your mission. And as you step into your mission, your divine counterpart has no choice but to step into their mission. But you're realizing the perfection in everyday life, the beauty in the cycles of life, the beauty in what's happening right now in the world around you as we're being asked to really slow down and go within. That people are connecting on a deeper level than they have in years and decades. And the beauty of the slowdown. This is so beautiful. So what's going on right now in the connection is after the storm. So after the storm, what we're going to see is these conscious connections coming together. So guys, this may not be the time to actually physically communicate with your counterpart in the 3D, because your counterpart right now is weighing his options. Your counterpart right now is deep in his not only thoughts, he's deep in his heart and he's deep in his soul. And he's pondering, what is my purpose here? Why am I here? What do I really feel? Okay? And after the storm, after this all passes in a few months, what we're going to see is the sun coming out again, the sun coming out, and our wings. The masculines are realizing that they have the freedom to escape the cage that they've put themselves in for decades, for hundreds of years. They're realizing that they no longer have to be who they were, but that they're allowed to become who they were meant to be. They're going to be flying to their divine counterpart. Flying. I just saw that. So beautiful, so symbolic. So for a lot of divine feminines, divine masculines, you're in physical separation or physical distance from one another. You may live in separate cities, separate countries, separate states, but what I'm really seeing is there's going to be, once the lines to communication and the lines to be able to travel open up again freely, your divine masculine is going to be flying to see you. He's going to be spreading his wings because he realizes how much he truly, truly cares for his divine feminine. And he's going to be realizing in this time of, quarantine, that he wanted to be with nobody else than his divine feminine. She was the one thing missing. She was everything that was missing from this time. So guys, what I want you to do, divine feminines, is I want you to get into this, because most of us aren't with our divine masculines right now. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get into this energy where you feel your counterpart right now, where you're feeling your counterpart and you're feeling the excitement of what it would be like to be with them right now. So this is living as if, acting, thinking as if. And when you do that, it creates a powerful change in your mind. It creates a powerful change in your brain. And then your brain connects to your body, the mind connects to your body, the mind-body connection, and you start to believe that you're living it. And then before long, you start to actually live it. You start to bring things into manifestation. So my soul is here to speak divine truth and is here to help manifest. I am a divine manifester and divine speaker of truth. So if you're wondering, how do I manifest the life that I desire, I can help you with that as well. So let's get, okay, guys, this is beautiful. All right, we've got 3 more cards. This deck is just speaking to me so beautifully today. What you want wants you. This is, I think it was Rumi, the Persian poet, that said, what you seek is seeking you. What you want wants you. So this is you looking out, right, in the cosmos, in the skies right now. Where are you, divine masculine? And the divine masculine is answering back and saying, where are you, divine feminine? Softly, the tender touch. Your divine masculine. I know there's a lot of sexual energies in the air right now, but your divine masculine, ultimately what he really wants is to be able to hold you and kiss you and touch you and tell you how much he loves you. His crown chakra is on fire. His third eye chakra is on fire. He is being lit up from within. Kundalini activations galore right now in the collective. All he wants to do is just be with you. He would love nothing more right now, divine feminine, than to hug you and hold you and caress you. and then listening for truth. This is a divine masculine all the way. He's letting you know that he's listening for the truth, that he understands there's a deeper meaning to all of this. He understands that what he's been seeing on the outside, what he's been portraying, the mask that he's been wearing for so long, or, you know, the mask that he's been showing you, I'm okay, I don't care, you know, I'm fine settling, I'm happy in my life. He's starting to listen for his own truth. And what a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive. What a beautiful time to be alive. So I want to turn to the Earth Magic cards. Clear. So as we step into this new Earth, you may feel as if you're walking between the 5D and the 3D. You may feel a lot of 3D timeline glitches. And I want to do a separate video on those timeline glitches because just to describe what exactly it is that I'm talking about, because I know I'm not the only one feeling that. So you may just feel like you're walking in between worlds. That's exactly what's happening. Divine Feminines, you're spending the majority of your time right now in the 5D, whereas the masculine is oscillating a lot between 5D and 3D and even 4D, visiting you in the 4D state. The masculine's minds are being blown right now because everything that they've built up that they thought was important is being blasted to smithereens. Their jobs, money, the banks, currency, the way in which they've perceived their life or perceived, you know, these divine masculines have thought for so long that if I can prove to the world, if I can prove my worth by money, by working hard, by, you know, working 80, 100 hours a week, work, money, physical assets, you know, property, clubs and accolades and acknowledgement, then it means that I'm worthy. But they haven't actually worked on the worthiness within, the worthiness that comes from just knowing who they truly are. And that's what they're doing. They're listening for their truth. Is this fulfilling? Is this really fulfilling me? And if it's not, what they're realizing, because it's not fulfilling them, ultimately, you can't take money to the grave with you. You can't take clothes to the grave with you, or cars or houses or any of those things. You can't even take your accolades or your titles with you. What you take is your soul. You take your connections, you take the love, and that's what they're realizing. So right now the masculines are working on focus. They're working with a crystal energy. I know this might sound crazy, but guys, they might even be getting tarot card readings or starting to watch you if you're, hi beloved, if you're watching. I just suspect that he is. So if you are, I love you and I am rooting for you 100% of the way. I've never lost hope. And I've never lost my focus. I just have a feeling. I don't even know if he knows about the channel, but I have a feeling that he does. He's smart. So crystals, a lot of these masculines maybe have bought crystals. You know, I also see like amethyst crystal here. Amethyst is really powerful right now anyway, powerful regenerator. But the masculines are really starting, what I just heard was laser crystal clear focus. And this is them listening for the truth. What do I feel? This is them getting crystal clear on what they want for their life. Crystal clear. They're also having a wake-up call. Guys, this is the Tower card for me in this deck. They're having wake-up calls, massive wake-up calls, the Tower moments. Remember what I've said before and what I've continued to say, and I expect to hear stories coming in about, you know, viewers telling me that and clients telling me that, wait a second, what you said is happening. Those Tower moments actually did come in, and don't be surprised if they're in a karmic relationship and you think they're never going to leave, that this happens in the next several months, you know, before the end of the year, much sooner than you ever expected. Maybe that person is going to leave them and you never expected that. They never expected that. But truth be told, the twin flames belong together. And if one set or both sets of twin flames are in karmic relationships, those karmic cycles are closing out. They're done. The lessons have been learned. The truth is being revealed. And what's happening is divine masculines are realizing, I am not fulfilled, I am not happy, and I don't feel loved in my current situation. And I deserve all of those things because this is my one life to live as this individual, as this soul, as this expression of a human being. And what they're realizing is the wake-up call is sounding. It's sounding in their life on every possible corner, every possible nook and cranny. Nothing Nothing is going to be left in the dark after what we're going through right now. Everything is going to be exposed. And they can no longer fight. They can no longer fight. Okay, the truth. There's a promise with the next new moon. So expect massive changes in these connections. I don't know when the next new moon is. We just had a full moon. I suspect it's coming in rather quickly, and it will be a new moon in the sign of Aries. So if your masculine is in Aries, this is an especially important message for you, but expect a promise. There's going to be communication of some sort, whether in the 3D, 4D, 5D, or all of the above, but I'm seeing actually 3D communication for some. And what I'm seeing is a promise of union, a promise. So what's going on with the divine feminine? Spirit, what's going on with the divine feminine? It's too many cards. What's going on with the divine feminine? Divine feminine is working on healing the earth, Mother Gaia. She's grounding in. She's, that's why we're in different, you might have connected divine feminines with other divine feminines in other parts of the world. And you wonder, why can't we be together? Because we're not supposed to be. We're grounding in, we're doing grid work in different parts of the world. Wherever you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be physically, even if it's distanced from your counterpart for the time being. The divine feminines are working on nurturing the earth and healing the earth because the earth is in pain. The planet is in pain. So we're working on doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now. And divine feminines are getting comfortable with solitude. This is how they're doing their work. Divine feminines, you're a master of your craft right now, and you're not afraid anymore. So a lot of us have healed those codependency wounds once and for all over the last several months with very, very painful tower moments of our own and very painful upgrades and ascension symptoms where we released everything that was not serving us in our life and from past lifetimes, generational trauma. So you're real comfortable right now, divine feminine. This solitude, you're like, hey, we're good with it. We feel good in our own skin. And there's gonna, this promise is coming in, like I said, over the next new moon or several new moons, but also what I'm feeling is just radiance coming through for divine feminine and really allowing the sun to shine on you. So go outside every day, soak up the sun, get that sun magic, okay? And also lower chakra energies. We're seeing root chakra red, we're seeing sacral chakra orange, and we're seeing yellow solar plexus chakra. So really, really, this relates to grounding and earthing. Lower chakras, grounding. This is what divine feminine is up to. So let's get a card for the connection. Sanctuary. The twins are realizing that, yes, they need to go within the cave. They're going within the cave of their own heart. But what they're also realizing is that their counterpart provides the sanctuary that they so crave. But first, they're going in the sanctuary of their own heart and soul. That's what I'm seeing. And if you see this to me is like caveman age. Hieroglyphics, was it? Where you would find the hieroglyphics in the caves. The ancient communication, ancient way of writing and words. And what I'm seeing here is going back. This is what's happening right now is this change. The shift is taking us back to how we used to be, to connection. But first we have to go into solitude and find our sanctuary within. And then we can connect on a deeper level to those outside of us because we have such a connection to source. And we have such a connection to the meaning of life and to our purpose, divine purpose, why I'm here. And then we can start to connect with others. So to me, this is really the divine masculine. He's letting you know that he's in his sanctuary. And divine feminine, he's letting you know that he is, that he's finding his power. He's going back to his roots. He's going back to his roots. And he's finding you in that cave. I just heard he's finding you in that cave. All right, that's enough actually for that. All right, so I'm going to, I haven't used this deck in a while. So I'm going to finish off the reading today, beloveds, with Wisdom of the Oracle Clear. I'm going to try to do a live. maybe tonight actually. And if not tonight, definitely tomorrow. I will be doing a live tomorrow. Let's say around 12 p.m. Eastern time. I hope that's favorable to most of my viewers. I know I can't really accommodate everyone, but I will do my best. But the live will be available on the channel regardless. So what I'll be doing on that live, guys, at 12 p.m. tomorrow is I'm going to do some live, I'm going to do a reading, just probably a briefer reading than this. And then I'll be pulling some cards for whoever is on the live, okay? All right, so, because I mean, let's face it, we're all kind of stuck and crammed up in our home. So just want to give you guys something fun and give you something back for all that you're giving me by supporting this channel and supporting this movement. All right, so let's find out what's going on. Divine Masculine, please. Yeah, he's starting to imagine. He's starting to imagine what his future could be like with his Divine Feminine. He's starting to use the power of his own imagination. This is also a dream state for me. This card always, for me in this deck, it's the dream state in the 4D. He's connecting with you in the 4D. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having crazy prophetic dreams. Some of them involving my Divine Masculine, and then some of them just other partners from the past, other soulmates that I've had in the past. And then a lot of friends are showing up too. It's really crazy. Yeah, he's imagining what it would be like to be with his Divine Feminine and to really be truly happy. And this is beautiful because we know that imagination is powerful. So as he imagines this, as he imagines it, he's creating his happiness. He's creating that future. He's drawing it to him. Beautiful, powerful masculines. I applaud you because I know these times are challenging. So for those of you that are doing the work and that are starting to visualize this happy ending, and I'm getting chills, that means my Divine Masculine is doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm doing it as well. You know, when we forgive each other and, you know, there's been a lot of miscommunication in twins, that's part of the journey. Forgiving each other for things that were said or done, forgiving, you know, the timeline. You wanted, you know, the ego wants things now and the soul's like, I'm cool, I'm good, whatever, go with the flow, Piscean energy, I'm good. I know that divine timing is at play. By the way, guys, it's not divine timing so much as it is divine alignment. So I'm going to do a video on that as well, because it's not really about divine timing, because if you say that, it could be, oh, 50 years from now. Well, no, thank you. It's divine alignment. It's getting into alignment with your soul. Your soul, girl. Told you guys I was feeling different today. All right, so let's find out what's going on with our beloved Divine Feminine. To the sea. To the sea. Divine Feminine. You guys might be journaling a lot. Or you're also imagining. You're also, you're visualizing. You're visualizing. You're letting your worries float out to the sea. You're no longer accepting them as part of your day-to-day routine or day-to-day thoughts. You're like, no, bye. And you are, I see a lot of self-nourishment here. And there's also a compass. So what I'm seeing here is you're allowing your internal GPS to guide you, to be, you are your own compass. You're no longer looking for external validation. Beautiful. Let's get a card. Oh, another one wants to come out. Feminines, you have a message coming in from your, that just flew out of the deck. So you have a message coming in from your Divine Masculine. We talked about it possibly being the next new moon in Aries, or potentially a few moon cycles from here. I don't like to give specifics on time because time is fluid and time is an illusion, but there is a message coming in. There's a message in a bottle. This is going to be a heartfelt message from your beloved. So don't rush it. Don't force it. Let them come to you in their own time, because this is going to be a significant message. So let's find out. Okay, that's a lot of cards, Spirit. But the one that flew out was the Yang card, masculine energy. Yeah, we're creating right now. We're creating the new earth. Look at all that fire energy. So your masculine may be fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, but it doesn't have to be. But the power of the hands, I always see healing hands in this. So the power of the healing hands. Some of you might be pursuing a healing career right now. Reiki, you know, some sort of energy healing modality. Yeah, there's a change in the wind. There's a change in the wind. And I'm also, what I just saw, oh, these cards together. There's a change in the wind from the distorted masculine energy into the divine masculine energy. That's what I just saw. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, buddy. We like it. You divine feminines are liking it. Thank you for doing your work, masculines. Thank you for taking this time to go within. We love it. We love you. All right, so let's go. Let's get a card for the feminines. Let's get a card for the rest of the week, shall we? Let's get a card for the rest of the week. Oh, okay then. Okay, I'm gonna take these cards. Yeah, okay, these are the ones. Between worlds. We're walking between worlds, the old and the new, the past, the present, and the future, okay? Distorted energies, divine energies. Karmics, twin flame, okay? Walking, 3D, 5D, okay? So we're walking in between worlds, and we are walking towards our destiny and towards our fate. There's a deep inner knowing. There's a deep knowing in the collective right now that this is exactly how it had to happen, that this is exactly what had to happen. I mean, incredible things. Guys, don't tune in to the news. Tune in to all the positive, beautiful, good things that are happening in the world right now. Tune into how Americans are, in the world at large, they're coming together. Italians, is it in Italy or Spain? I think Italy, but it may be Spain. They're playing for their neighbors. They've got a piano. One guy had a piano, out on his patio, and another guy had a trumpet, I think it was, and they're singing and playing for their neighbors, and people are coming together in just beautiful ways. There's a deep knowing that this is how it had to happen. There's also a deep knowing, especially I'm hearing with the feminine, that even though her masculine and her are separated physically right now, that she feels him all the time. And she's starting to realize that this connection never ends. It never ends. It never goes away. You cannot mess up the connection. You cannot F up the connection with your counterpart. You can't. They're you. They're a part of you. They're a reflection of you. You guys belong together. So there's a deep knowing of that as well. And the masculine's feeling it too. The masculine's in a slumber right now. This is the feminine to me. This is the masculine. The feminine's more awake and more alert to the connection, and the masculine's waking up. He's in a slumber though, feminines. He's in hibernation mode like a grizzly bear right now. Let him be there. It's exactly where he needs to be. I just got a burp, which another beloved soul sister, Liz from Guided by Angels, always says is fear energy. So yeah, there is some fear energy for the masculines because of all the change. And it's not just change going on in their personal lives, their jobs and their money situations and their children and all of these things, but it's also just the planet, at large. It's like they can no longer, the masculines like to be in control. They can no longer control anything right now. And that is causing them to try to close their eyes a little bit, okay? Lastly, yeah, definitely fear energy. Wow. Fear energy, definitely in the masculine collective. Send them lots of love and reassurance. And we've got 14, truth be told. So the mask coming off. I always see this as the mask coming off and the heart, the true heart's desires being revealed here. The masculine wants to speak their truth. Okay, there's a change in the wind. The masculine wants to speak their truth, okay? So feminine, stay in your power, okay? And find ways, guys, be creative with this time, this slow down. And masculines also, if you're watching, find ways to be with yourself. Because if you can't do it now, then when can you do it? I mean, we are forced. Humanity is forced to slow down. Think about this, guys. The whole planet. It's not one state or one country or even a few countries. It's the whole world. You don't think that this was maybe a coincidence? You don't think that this was pre-planned by the powers that be to get us to slow down and realize the value of connection, the value of connecting to your own soul and your purpose and your heart, the value of what happiness really means? I mean, money's great. It allows you to do things. It opens doors. But so does love, and so does connection. And, there's this one individual, I never met him, but I was doing online dating a few years ago. A while ago, it was probably 10 years ago. We were in different states, and he had traveled a lot. He came from a very wealthy family, and he had traveled a lot. And I hadn't traveled a lot at that time, but I had traveled a lot up here and here. And he commented, he said something really beautiful one night. He said, wow, he said, we're so different, but we're not. He said, I've been traveling physically, and you've been traveling mentally. You know, you've been traveling spiritually. So we've basically taken the same path. And it was just so profound. And I thought it was so beautiful, because it's exactly how I look at it is, you know, and even though I've done more traveling now, I still look at it as there's different ways to travel, right? There's different ways to experience life. There's the tangible way, the physical way, the 3D reality, touch, feel, see, hear, smell. And then there's what's in your heart. There's meditation, there's yoga practice, there's slowing down, there's nature, right? There's mindfulness. There's so many ways. And I think it's beautiful when you can have a combination of both. And the divine masculines have not slowed down, really ever. They've been going for a long time. And the universe is finally just saying enough, enough. Because how can the divine masculines step into their power? How can they step into their mission if they don't slow down long enough to hear the voice of their soul? To really, really allow themselves to feel that connection with their feminine, and to not drown it out with addictions like alcohol or drugs or work or money, you know, or always constantly like being on the go. And now, I mean, if your divine masculine traveled a lot, they're not traveling right now. Okay, and if they are, it's slowed down considerably. So just understand that all of this had to happen for a reason. There's nothing to fear. We are taken care of. Okay, the universe loves you. The universe supports you. And for anybody in fear, I send you love. I send you hope, message of hope and faith. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I will try to be live later. I don't know if that'll work out, but if not, I plan on being live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I would love to have you guys join the live. And also don't forget, if you'd like to win a free reading, don't forget. And if you guys just tuned in at the end of this, then go back to the beginning. In the first 5 minutes, I talk about the giveaway that I'm doing. So have a beautiful day, guys, and I will see you soon.